thanks for coming to treadmillreviews.com. Today we have a really neat comparison for you. We have the NordicTrack X32i Incline Treadmill and the Peloton Tread. These are two really popular treadmills. They're both pretty much the same price with a huge display screen, and they both access a monthly subscription service to get all your classes. They're both really great treadmills, but we are in favor of the X32i, so stick around to see why. So before we dissect what we like and don't like about these treadmills, we're going to talk about what's similar. Obviously, it's this huge display screen that they both have. They are both 32 inches measured diagonally. They're high definition touchscreen displays. They're both very responsive with great color, easy to clean, very similar. The next thing is that they both pair with a subscription service that you pay for monthly. This subscription service gives you access to lots and lots of workout videos that you can do both on and off the treadmill. Upfront pricing, they're both priced about the same, about $4,300. There is a little bit of a difference in there that we'll talk about later. They both have a 300-pound user weight capacity. And they both got all those standard features like the incline and speed controls, the safety keys, but they're just designed a little bit differently, so we'll go over those too. So on the Peloton Tread, you have your incline and speed control knobs, so you'll turn those to adjust. You can also use the touch screen, and it's a little different here on the X32i because you have just normal buttons. They aren't raised, they're flat and easy to clean, but you've got them up and down the sides of the console, and then your smaller adjustments here on the bottom. They both also have their safety keys, so you have that safety feature. They're just designed a little bit differently. They both have an accessory tray, but they're just a little different. So here you have your accessory tray on the Peloton Tread. It's a tiny bit flimsy, but you have 2 water bottle holders and a nice big wide space to stick stuff on. On your X32i, you have your water bottle holders in the back, and really the only accessory tray you have here is the lip that's in front of the screen. So a little bit more limited space with accessories on your 32i. They have slightly different running surfaces. They're both very textured and have a great grip. The X32i has a standard tread belt, and the Peloton Tread has aluminum slats with a rubber overmold. Now the Peloton Tread has a certain amount of advantages over the X32i. First of all, in the subscription service, you can access live classes. So you're taking classes at the same time as another group of people are. It makes it a little bit more social, more competitive, and it's just a fun element that the Peloton Tread brings to your home exercise. So the Tread also offers screencasting. You can project whatever you're viewing on your treadmill onto a larger screen or a different TV screen somewhere else, if that makes it easier for you to do the floor exercises or to see what's going on. This treadmill also has a slightly higher max speed. It's 12.5 miles per hour versus 12 miles per hour. There's a slightly smaller footprint with the Tread, so it takes up just a little bit less space in your home. It's about 4 inches shorter in length, 3.5 inches shorter in width, and 1 inch shorter in height. Along with that smaller footprint, they also managed to make it a slightly longer running surface. It's about 2 inches longer of a running surface, which is something to consider if you have a very wide stride. You can also, which this is one of my favorite things about the Tread, is you can connect Bluetooth headphones to the console, so you can channel all that audio through your headphones, and it makes it really quiet for everybody else around you. Lastly, this treadmill also can perform in free mode. So you can click on a button here on the handrail to disengage the motor, and then as you hang on to these support rails, you can power the belt yourself, which is just another way to increase your strength. All right, so as we mentioned earlier, we do favor the X32i Incline trainer from NordicTrack. And we're about to go through a massive list of reasons why, so stay with us. First of all, we'll start with the motor. Both treadmills have an AC motor, but the NordicTrack motor is a 4.25 CHP motor versus a 2 horsepower motor in the Tread. Much stronger motor, gives us a lot more confidence in the lifespan of this motor. The X32i Incline Trainer is also known for its massive incline range. So this treadmill can do a negative decline of 6%. It could also go all the way up to a huge 40% incline. So that's compared to a 0 to 15% incline on the tread. Much bigger difference. It comes in handy for all sorts of things when you're training. Even if you're just walking on this treadmill, you can get a much larger calorie burn in a lot less time. This treadmill also has automatic adjustments. So when you're following along with one of your classes or your preset workout programs here on the 32i, your treadmill is adjusting for speed and incline. So you can be hands-free, focused on what you're doing, instead of fumbling through any incline or speed adjustments. It's the same for if you're using the Google Maps tool on this and you're trying to do some kind of route outdoors and mimic that training. You get that same automatic incline and decline adjustment to better mimic that outdoor real world training scenario. There's a lot more cushioning in this deck too. That's another reason why we love the X32i. Hands down, any of the incline trainers are our first recommendations for someone looking for a treadmill with significant cushioning in the deck. There is a lot more cushioning in the X32i than there is in the Tread. Another great feature, which is actually a big cost saver, is the X32i doesn't require a subscription service. Comes with it, you do get 12 months of it included with your purchase of the treadmill, so you're not paying for a subscription service every month for the first 12 months, and you get to try it out. But if you decided that you didn't like it or you didn't want to maintain the payments after your free subscription, you don't need it. You still have 50 onboard workout programs with this treadmill, very similar to what you've seen in lots of treadmills before. That's a bonus here because on the Tread, you only have manual mode if you don't use the subscription service. So it is a little bit more limited in use in that sense. The X32i also has a new sled push feature. When you set the treadmill to 1 or 1.5 miles per hour, the instructions say 1 mile per hour. You can manually grab onto any of these handrails and push the belt with your feet. It is hard and it's a good strength training tool on this treadmill. There's also fans built into the console right here, and they make a huge difference when you're hot and uncomfortable to have these fans, whereas you don't have anything like that here on the Tread. When you are considering moving the treadmill, these both really require a dedicated space in your home because they're not folding, they're pretty big and bulky, and they both are hard to move. But we've found that moving the X32i has been a lot easier than moving the Peloton. The X32i, as you'll notice, is sitting on a treadmill mat here. We like that because it helps to protect our flooring. But with the Peloton Tread, you cannot place it on a mat. You can't place it on carpet because it can chew up your mat or your flooring. It's because as the deck raises and lowers, there's actually wheels underneath that move to raise and lower the deck. So there's that to consider. It's a small consideration. So we also appreciate the longer warranty coverage on the X32i. They have a 10-year coverage, a 10-year warranty for the frame and the motor, and then a 2-year warranty for the parts and 1-year warranty for the labor. And with the Peloton Tread, which is a newer company, they give you a 5-year warranty on the frame and then 1 year for everything else. The X32i also comes with a chest strap, Bluetooth heart rate monitor that pairs up to your console and tracks your heart rate throughout your entire workout. That's included with your purchase, where it's an additional purchase with the Tread. Ultimately too, when we've got both of these treadmills going in our office, the Tread is notably louder than the X32i. I don't know if it's the slat belt and just the typical Tread belt that makes the difference, but it's a lot quieter on the X32i. Both these treadmills come with access to a subscription service with a monthly fee. It gives you access to tons of classes led by personal trainers, and even some of them have a handful of other tools that you can use. So we'll go into the differences between those. The X32i uses iFit. So iFit is free for 12 months when you buy the treadmill. And after that, it's $15 a month to maintain for one user profile and $33 a month to maintain for up to 5 user profiles. So it's pretty inexpensive. There are lots of classes that you have access to. It's a huge library of on-demand classes. They're good for on your treadmill and off your treadmill. I love the trainers in iFit. They're very engaging, very motivational. They're just awesome people. There's a lot to see when you're doing the classes on iFit too. So you can access their studio training classes where you've got like kind of that group class feel, but you can also follow their trainers all around the world, and right here on your 32-inch screen, you're viewing really beautiful, exotic locations where your trainer's talking to you, coaching you, educating you, and you just really stay super engaged throughout the entire process. Along with iFit, you also have a suite of apps that come with iFit. You can access nutrition and activity tracking with those apps, so it goes a little bit further in your fitness tools when you have the iFit subscription. With Peloton, you get Peloton Digital. This is the subscription service you get with the Tread. It is right off the bat $39 a month once you turn on and set up your treadmill. That $39 gives you unlimited user profiles, so you can set a lot of people up on your Tread. They also offer live classes, so that's a very unique feature for Peloton Digital. You can sign up for any of the classes that are coming up, work that into your schedule, and then you're really just jumping in with a group of people. But they also do have a tool where you can do just a scenic run. So if you just want to run in manual mode and set your own speed and your own inclines and stuff, you can view just some kind of scenic shot going down a trail somewhere out there in the world. They're real locations, but it's just kind of a still by still as you're making your way down the path. Both of these subscription services offer tons of different classes to choose from. So you can be running on your treadmill in the studio with a class, or you can, if you have Peloton Digital, you can also access their cycling classes as well through their mobile app. But with Peloton Digital, you're also getting floor exercises like yoga and stretching. You're also getting strength training classes, so stuff you can do on the floor that doesn't involve your treadmill, or you can do all, running. Different types of training like incline or sprints or intervals, things like that. It's very similar on iFit. You get a lot of different classes that you can choose from. It's really just a huge breadth of fitness. You're getting studio style classes, but you can also follow your trainers outdoors. This has kind of led them to create more classes with a focus on walking, or combinations of walking and running, and not just, getting on your treadmill and running for a long time. You can also follow your trainers as you're hiking through really scenic locations, and all at the same time. Your deck is automatically adjusting for incline to follow along with what your trainer is experiencing. You've got lots of classes that you can do off the treadmill as well, lots of floor exercises. Similarly, you also have yoga and stretching and strength classes. You also have access to the cycling classes through iFit as well. So with these subscription services, there really just is a lot to them for both of them. But I think the bottom line is they both offer an equally engaging and exciting fitness experience that takes all the guesswork and all the planning out of the scenario for you. So it's very easy to just go for the day and get a good workout in and not have to worry about it anymore. Okay, so the bottom line, while these are both two really cool treadmills, we do favor the X32i. It just feels like a smarter purchase. You get the same exciting workout experience with a high-tech display. You get a longer warranty on the X32i, a stronger motor. You also get your subscription service covered for 12 months, and then it's cheaper to maintain after that. It just feels like a good buy. So we really like the X32i. To take it a little bit further, if $4,000 is out of your price range, you could look at the X22i. This is really the same experience that you're getting as you would on the Tread or the X32i with just a slightly smaller screen. And at 22 inches, it's still a very big display screen. If you want to read the full detailed reviews for both of these treadmills, you can click on the links below. You can also click on links below to check the current pricing at NordicTrack and at Peloton to see how much these treadmills are currently going for.